What's this?
That was luck. That was
It
pure
makes the
luck.
first one.
That was pure luck.
Maybe we ought to switch places. You ought to be teaching me.
That was pure luck, Thomas.
That's great. Matt, I'm going to take a look at your putting stroke and compare it to Tiger Woods, who's considered to be one of the best putters of all time. First, let's look at your setup. Looks very good. Good solid stance. The only difference in the setup is the position of your elbows. Tiger has his elbows tucked in a little bit more to his side and not swung out as much as yours are. But I think that's more of an idiosyncrasy than necessarily a fundamental, so I'm not necessarily suggesting that you change that, just something I'm observing. We had talked about one particular adjustment in your putting technique. The stroke itself is very good. You don't hinge your wrist. You're not wristy at all. You swing the forearms and elbows as a connected unit, which is very good. Let's take a look at Tiger's stroke. As he comes in and makes contact, his eyes are down at impact. And notice that he keeps his eyes down as he continues the follow through of the stroke. And his club will come to a complete stop before he turns his head. His stroke is now complete. His putter is right here. And then he will start to turn his head to look at the ball roll toward the hole, but he won't look until after the stroke is complete, and then he will turn. And then while he's looking, he holds his posture, his spine angle, and his putter stroke finish in the same position. So it's what I call the putt, hold, look, and that you hold your stroke, the completed stroke, for a moment or two before you turn your head. As you take it back, good connected swing. As you make contact, your eyes are down, but as the ball rolls away, you start to swivel your head and watch the ball. And so that's what we worked on in trying to adjust. All right, very good. Go ahead and get those three. Okay. We're going to work on just one little thing. Okay. One of the things that I will introduce to my students is that let's say this is about 8.5 feet. Okay. What percentage of this distance do you think are made on average on the PGA Tour by the pros? 50. They only make this half the time. Now the reason that we always guess high when we're asked this question because we see them make it all the time, but we forget what we see on TV are those leading the tournament.
Top 1%. Yeah.
So they're doing better that week in putting than the other pros.
Right.
We didn't see the guy on Friday afternoon that missed the cut.
Right, yeah.
But the overall average week to week is they only make this half the time. So if you become as good as the average pro, you're going to miss this half the time. Okay? Now the object of the short putt is to make it, and I want you to be disappointed if you miss. You're still going to miss half if you're as good as the average.
Right.
Now, if the pros are really making this half, they're certainly not making this one very often.
Right.
They will make this less than 5% of the time.
Right.
The object of this short putt is to make it. The object of this putt is not to make it, to get it close. It's not to reach it.
Right.
So one of the things that I always focus on initially is I look at your techniques and fundamentals that might interfere with you developing what we call speed control.
Right.
Hitting the ball with the right speed is the most important thing. Even if it's a little off left or right,
Right.
if it's the right speed, you're not going to three putt very often.
Gotcha.
And so if you hit this putt
and you end up being 6 feet away, the odds are you're going to be 6 feet short or 6 feet long, not 6 feet left or right.
Right, gotcha.
One of the first things I look for, and will make that at the top of my list to correct, which you don't have. You correctly don't wiggle the wrist. You're not putting with wristiness.
Right.
You have a nice solid stroke.
Right.
So that box is checked.
Okay.
So that's very good. If you had issues here, I would focus on that first and not the next thing.
Right.
Well, now I want to focus on the next thing,
Right.
because that part looks really good. When we watch the best putters on tour, they will do a technique I call putt, hold, look. They will putt the ball, their stroke will come to a complete finish.
Okay.
They will hold this for a moment or two, and then they will look. When Tiger Woods putts this, he's guessing how hard to hit it,
Right.
just like we are.
Right.
But he guesses better than we do because he's done it before
Right.
and he's remembered all of those past experiences.
Gotcha.
The best opportunity to remember an experience is the moment after.
Okay.
And I want you to have the purest environment in your brain that's going to allow it to absorb the experience of feeling the force of the strike
Gotcha.
without any visual distractions.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
If you hit the putt and immediately start watching it,
Yeah.
the visual information is overwhelming your brain. Oh, is it going to go in? Is it going to go in?
Is it
And
gonna
it
lift?
wasted the
Yeah.
best opportunity to remember what it felt like.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So what you're going to want to have is a putt, hold, and then look.
Gotcha.
So you're going to swing to a follow-through position, hold it, and then turn and look while you're still holding your posture and spine angle. Very good. That's exactly what I want. And also in that kind of that brief moment, you can almost ask yourself, did you hit that the way you intended?
Right.
You know, I felt like I did. And then you can look, and now you're matching up a feeling to a result. Instead of just having a result floating around in your brain, you have it with no attached feeling to it.
Yeah.
You got both now.
Both now. Yep.
Okay, now you look.
Now this stroke here was after you worked on the putt, hold, look. Take it back. Make contact, your eyes are down. And you keep your eyes down. Your putter comes to a complete stop. Then you turn and look while you hold your finish. Excellent. So putt, hold, look was the one fundamental that we worked on in your stroke. So that's very good. This clip was you doing the cluster drill, where you're trying to hit 3 balls the same distance without looking at the result.
Okay, whatever that felt like, try to copy it. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Of the 3, which one went the furthest?
The last one.
That's correct. It's possible that as much as you choke down with it,
Right.
if you had to hit something really long,
You have to.
you may not have enough leverage in the putter itself, and you might have to do an arm swing,
Right.
whereas you could have a much softer, more compact stroke and leverage.
Okay.
Something that you might experiment with is you would have to obviously stand slightly taller. Did you come up a little bit on the handle, or is that the base of it?
No, I took your advice.
Okay,
Yeah.
that came off a little faster.
Yeah.
Had a little bit more pop to it. So now you could have a shorter backswing and still get it there.
Yeah, exactly.